If you've spent any time in Thailand, you've probably noticed something. The things that would get you arrested, fined, or at least given a very stern talking to back home are just normal here, and not just tolerated. Completely, utterly, nobody bats an eye normal. Today we're looking at the weird things that are perfectly acceptable in the land of smiles, but would land you in serious trouble almost anywhere else in the world. Some of these will make you laugh. Some will make you wonder why your home country makes such a big deal about them. And a few might genuinely surprise you. Whether you're already living in Thailand, planning your retirement here, or just curious about what makes this country so different, stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why so many expats say they could never go back to the way things were. Let's start with something you've definitely experienced if you've ever walked down a street in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, or pretty much any town in Thailand. Number 1, street food vendors operating without a single permit. Picture this. A woman sets up a cart on the sidewalk at 5 in the morning. She has a wok, a portable gas burner, some plastic chairs, and ingredients she bought at the market an hour ago. By noon, she has served 300 people. Pad Thai, some tam, cow pad, whatever you want. No health inspection certificate hanging on the wall, because there is no wall. No food handler's license, no running water beyond a bucket and a hose, no refrigeration beyond a styrofoam cooler with ice. And here's the thing, the food is incredible. Some of the best meals you will ever have in Thailand come from a cart that would be shut down within 15 minutes in Los Angeles, London, or Sydney. In most Western countries, operating a food business requires health department inspections, proper food storage facilities, hand washing stations, business licenses, liability insurance, and about 47 other things that cost money and time. Try selling pad thai from a cart on a sidewalk in New York City without permits. You will meet some very unhappy health inspectors and probably some police officers too. But in Thailand, this is just how food works. Vendors have been doing this for generations. The system operates on reputation. Serve bad food, people stop coming. Serve good food, you will have a line around the block. Is it technically legal? The laws are complicated and rarely enforced. Is it safe? Millions of meals are served every single day without incident. Is it delicious? Absolutely. Number 2, buying prescription medications over the counter. Walk into almost any pharmacy in Thailand. The ones with the green cross signs you see on every other block. Tell the pharmacist you have a headache, a cough, or a stomach issue. They will hand you medication that would require a doctor's visit and a prescription back home. Antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, muscle relaxants, sleep aids, medications that cost $200 with a prescription in the United States cost about $3 here, and you just ask for them. The pharmacists in Thailand often act as informal doctors. They will ask about your symptoms, recommend a medication, explain the dosage, and send you on your way. No appointment, no waiting room, no insurance paperwork, no copay. Now, is this medically advisable? That is a complicated question. Self-medicating with antibiotics contributes to resistance. Some medications have serious side effects. But for expats dealing with minor issues, the convenience is undeniable. In most Western countries, this would be completely illegal. Pharmacies face strict regulations about what can be sold without a prescription. The idea that you could walk in and buy a course of antibiotics because you think you might have an infection would be unthinkable. In Thailand, it's Tuesday. Number 3, drinking alcohol in public spaces. Crack open a cold Chang beer on a park bench in Bangkok. Enjoy a Leo while sitting on the beach in Phuket. have a whiskey soda on the sidewalk outside a convenience store. Nobody cares. Nobody calls the police. Nobody gives you disapproving looks. It is completely legal. Thailand does not have open container laws like most of the United States. You can walk down the street with a beer in your hand, and the worst thing that might happen is someone tries to sell you another one. The convenience stores have figured this out. Many 7-Elevens and Family Marts have plastic chairs and tables set up outside specifically for this purpose. Buy your beer, sit down, enjoy the evening air, and watch the world go by. It is basically a bar with no bartender and fluorescent lighting. Compare this to places like the United States, where drinking in public can result in fines, arrest, and a criminal record, where even having an open container in your car, whether you are the driver or not, can land you in serious legal trouble. In Thailand, the attitude is simple. You are an adult. You bought the beer. Do what you want with it. There are some restrictions. Alcohol sales are prohibited during certain hours and on Buddhist holidays, and public drunkenness that causes problems will still get you in trouble. But the idea that simply having a drink outside is somehow criminal, that does not compute here. Number 4, entire families balanced on a single motorbike. This one never stops being impressive. You're sitting in traffic somewhere in Thailand when a motorbike pulls up next to you. On it, you see dad driving, mom sitting side saddle behind him, a toddler wedged between them, an older child standing on the footrest, and a baby strapped to mom's chest. 5 people. 1 Honda Wave. 0 helmets. Sometimes there's also a dog. Or groceries. Or both. In most Western countries, this would result in immediate police intervention, child endangerment charges, reckless driving citations, possibly having your children taken away by social services. In Thailand, it's just how families get around. Motorbikes are the primary transportation for millions of people. Not everyone can afford a car, and kids need to get to school somehow. Is it safe? By Western standards, absolutely not. But it's been happening for decades, and the system somehow works. Kids learn to hold on, parents drive carefully, and life goes on. The contrast is stark. In countries where children need government-approved car seats until they are practically teenagers, watching a Thai family of 5 weave through traffic on a 125cc motorbike feels like visiting another planet. Number 5, riding in the back of pickup trucks. Speaking of transportation that would cause heart attacks in the West, songthaeus are those red pickup trucks with 2 benches in the covered bed that serve as public transportation throughout Thailand. You flag one down, hop in the back, and hold on to the overhead rail as it bounces through traffic. No seatbelts, no doors, no safety features whatsoever beyond your grip strength. But it goes beyond organized public transport. Construction workers commute standing in the back of company trucks. Farmers pile their families in with the produce. People ride in truck beds the same way Americans might ride in a car. Try this in most Western countries and watch how quickly the police appear. Laws specifically prohibit passengers in truck beds in most U.S. states, throughout Europe, and in Australia. The liability alone would be astronomical. In Thailand, it is just efficient transportation. A truck is going somewhere. There is space in the back. Why would you not use it? Number 6, cannabis shops on every corner. If you haven't been to Thailand recently, this one might surprise you. In June 2022, Thailand became the first Asian country to decriminalize cannabis. Thais wasted no time. Within months, cannabis shops sprouted up everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Walking down Kaosan Road in Bangkok, you'll pass more cannabis dispensaries than 7-Elevens. That is saying something because Thailand has more 7-Elevens per capita than anywhere on earth. The shops have names like High Times and Green Heaven. They openly display their products. You can buy flour, edibles, oils, and pre-rolled joints. Some shops have smoking lounges where you can consume your purchase on site. For visitors from countries where cannabis remains strictly illegal, this is genuinely shocking. The same substance that could land you in prison in Singapore, just a short flight away, is being sold openly with government approval. Now, the rules have tightened somewhat since the initial free-for-all. Public consumption is technically prohibited. The potency is supposed to be regulated. But walk through any tourist area and the clouds of smoke tell a different story. For expats from places where cannabis legalization remains controversial or where it is still completely prohibited, Thailand's sudden embrace of the plant is mind-bending. Number 7. Kratom sold openly at local markets. Before cannabis stole the spotlight, Kratom was Thailand's controversial plant. Kratom is a tree native to Southeast Asia. The leaves have been used for centuries by laborers and farmers for their stimulant effects at low doses and pain-relieving effects at higher doses. Thai workers would chew the leaves to get through long days in the fields. In 1943, Thailand banned it. For nearly 80 years, Kratom was illegal. People went to prison for selling or possessing it. In 2021, everything changed. Thailand legalized Kratom, and now you can buy it openly at markets throughout the country. Fresh leaves, dried leaves, powder, and extracts. Some vendors sell Kratom-infused drinks right alongside coconut water and fresh fruit smoothies. Meanwhile, Kratom remains a controlled substance in many Western countries. In the United States, it is banned in several states and regulated in others. The FDA has issued warnings about its safety. Importing it can result in seizure and legal trouble. In Thailand, it is sitting in a basket next to the mangoes at the morning market. Number 8. Burning offerings and incense everywhere. Walk through any neighborhood in Thailand and you'll see spirit houses. Those small structures that look like ornate dollhouses, usually mounted on pedestals in front of homes and businesses. Every day, often multiple times per day, people burn incense and offerings at these spirit houses. Candles flicker, smoke rises, small fires burn in public spaces throughout the country. These are daily rituals. Now imagine doing this in most Western cities, setting up a small open flame on a public sidewalk, burning things that produce smoke. In places like California, where fire danger is taken extremely seriously, this would likely result in fire department visits and citations. Air quality regulations in many Western countries would also have something to say about the constant burning of incense in public spaces. The smoke, however spiritually significant, is technically particulate matter. AIR quality rules treat it like pollution. But in Thailand, these spirit house rituals are deeply embedded in the culture. They happen everywhere, all the time, and nobody considers them a safety hazard or environmental violation. The spirits must be honored. Fire codes do not enter into it. This tradition is deeply part of daily life. Quick pause here. If you're enjoying this video and you've ever experienced any of these Thailand quirks yourself, drop a comment below and tell me which one surprised you the most when you first arrived. I read every single comment and I'm genuinely curious what caught you off guard. And if you're getting value from this, hit that subscribe button. I put out videos every week about life in Thailand and Southeast Asia, the stuff that actually matters if you're thinking about making the move. A like helps too. It tells the algorithm to show this to more people who are considering Thailand for retirement. All right, let's keep going. The next few on this list really highlight the difference between Thai culture and Western regulations. Number 9, operating entire businesses from public sidewalks. The concept of a business license or commercial lease operates differently in Thailand. In many places, a formal permit is required, but here informal arrangements often carry more weight. If you want to open a restaurant, find a sidewalk with foot traffic, set up some tables, buy a few gas burners, and you are in business. That spot becomes yours through informal agreement and consistent use. Want to be a barber? A plastic chair, a mirror propped against a wall, and some scissors. You are now a salon. Need mechanical work done? Some mechanics with tools under a tarp on the side of the road will fix your motorbike while you wait. These businesses have no formal addresses, no fire exits, no accessibility compliance, and no permits hanging on walls. They exist because someone decided to start working there, and it worked out. Try this approach in most Western countries. Open a restaurant on the sidewalk without permission, or start cutting hair without a cosmetology license in a building without proper zoning, and see how long before authorities shut you down. In Thailand, the informal economy is massive and largely tolerated. The government understands that enforcement would destroy livelihoods and provide little benefit. So the woman selling noodles from a cart that has been in the same spot for 30 years keeps doing her thing. Number 10, dual pricing for foreigners. This one often frustrates Western visitors, but it is completely legal and openly practiced in Thailand. Visit a national park. There are two prices listed at the entrance, one for Thai citizens, usually in Thai numerals, one for foreigners in Arabic numerals. The foreign price might be 10 times higher. Go to certain tourist attractions, museums, or temples. Same deal. Thais pay one price. Everyone else pays more. Now imagine a business in the United States or Europe posting two price lists. Americans pay $5. Everyone else pays $50. The discrimination lawsuits would be endless. News stations would run exposés. Politicians would demand action. In Thailand, the logic is straightforward. Thai taxpayers fund these parks and facilities. Their taxes built the infrastructure. Why should they pay the same as tourists who contribute nothing to the Thai tax base? You can debate whether this is fair. Many expats who live and pay taxes in Thailand resent being charged foreigner prices for years or decades, but the practice itself is completely legal and openly acknowledged. Number 11, traditional medicine practitioners operating without Western-style licenses. Thailand has a rich tradition of herbal medicine, massage therapy, and healing practices that predate modern medical licensing. Throughout the country, practitioners offer treatments that would require extensive certification in Western countries. There are traditional Thai massage therapists who learned from family members rather than accredited schools. There are herbal remedy specialists mixing treatments based on knowledge passed down through generations. There are healers using techniques that do not fit any Western medical category. In countries with strict healthcare regulations, practicing medicine without a license is a serious crime. Even massage therapy requires certification in many jurisdictions. Operating without proper credentials can result in fines, arrest, and liability lawsuits. In Thailand, traditional medicine operates alongside modern healthcare. Hospitals have traditional medicine departments. Practitioners who learn their skills through apprenticeship rather than formal education are respected members of the community. The massage parlors you see everywhere range from completely legitimate therapeutic establishments to the ones with pink lighting that offer extra services. Both types operate with minimal regulatory oversight that would be unthinkable in the heavily licensed wellness industries of Western countries. Number 12, monks collecting alms on the streets. Every morning before dawn, Buddhist monks walk through neighborhoods carrying alms bowls. Locals kneel by the roadside offering rice, food, and other necessities. It is one of the most beautiful and ancient traditions in Thai culture. Now, if you legally categorize this activity in a Western context, people in robes walking through neighborhoods collecting food and money from passers-by would, in many jurisdictions, be classified as solicitation or panhandling. Cities have laws against this kind of activity. San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York have all implemented restrictions on people asking for money or goods in public spaces. The monks would technically be in violation. Nobody in Thailand views morning alms rounds as panhandling. It is a sacred Buddhist practice that benefits both the monks who receive sustenance and the lay people who earn merit through giving. But the literal activity, walking through public areas collecting donations, is precisely what many Western cities have tried to prohibit. The contrast highlights how different cultural contexts completely change the interpretation of identical actions. Number 13, the massage parlor situation. We should address this one honestly because it is part of Thailand's reality that many videos dance around. Thailand has massage parlors everywhere. Some are completely legitimate businesses offering traditional Thai massage, oil massage, foot massage, and various therapeutic treatments. These are wonderful and you should absolutely experience them. Other establishments offer additional services. This is an open secret that everyone understands. The pink lighting, the rows of women behind glass windows, the soapy massage signs. These businesses operate with minimal interference, despite the technical illegality of what happens inside. In most Western countries, prostitution is either fully illegal or heavily regulated and restricted to specific licensed areas. The idea of these establishments operating openly on main streets in major cities is unthinkable. Thailand's approach is complicated. Technically, prostitution is illegal. Practically, enforcement is selective at best. The industry exists, everyone knows it exists, and it functions as part of the broader economy. For expats and retirees, this is just part of the landscape. You learn which places are which based on obvious signs, and you make your own choices about which doors you walk through. This video is not going to tell you what to think about any of this, but pretending it does not exist would be dishonest about what Thailand is actually like. So there you have it. 13 things that are completely normal in Thailand, but would get you in serious trouble almost anywhere else in the world. Street food without permits, over-the-counter medications, drinking in public, families on motorbikes, riding in truck beds, cannabis shops, kratom at the market, burning offerings, sidewalk businesses, dual pricing for foreigners, traditional healers, monks collecting alms, and massage parlors of various descriptions. What does all this tell us about Thailand? Maybe that rules exist in context. The strict regulations of Western countries developed for specific reasons in specific cultures. They reflect certain values about safety, fairness, and order. Those values are not universal. Thailand has its own values: flexibility over rigidity, personal responsibility over state protection, tradition over modern standardization. The system works differently, but it works. For expats and retirees, these differences are often part of the appeal. Life here feels freer, less bureaucratic, more human. Yes, some things are objectively less safe by Western standards, but you are treated like an adult who can make your own decisions about acceptable risk. And honestly, after years of being told you need a license for everything, a permit for anything, and insurance for something that might never happen, that freedom feels pretty good. If you are considering Thailand for retirement or even just an extended stay, these quirks are part of the package. They might frustrate you sometimes. They will definitely surprise you often, but they are also what makes this place feel alive in a way that sanitized, regulated, standardized Western cities sometimes do not. Thailand is not trying to be the West, and that is exactly why so many Westerners end up calling it home. Check out the video on screen now if you want to see what we covered about the real costs of living here. See you in the next one.